Yo, welcome back. On a hike today, getting ready for hunting season, and figured I'd do a video on Meshtastic. These were sent to me by Meshnology. They are the Heltec V3s, and they wanted me to do a actual review and not an unboxing, which is, I respect that because you guys know how I feel about unboxing videos. I think that they're okay, but it doesn't really show what the device is capable of. Figure, well, I'm gonna go on a hike, so I left one node at home on the studio bench, and then I have one node with me, obviously. I also left a few other different types of nodes, like a T-deck, Electro panel, and then of course the other Heltec there on the desk. And we're gonna be doing sporadic transmissions here and there, just checking in location, well, not location, just saying yo, or test 1, test 2, test 3. Currently about 3 miles from my house, really. So this will be a good simulation of if you're out camping or hiking or hunting and you do need to communicate with somebody and you do not have a radio or you don't have a cell service, then this would be a great option to be able to transmit your location, your whereabouts, just what's happening, what's not happening, just basic check-ins. That's what we're gonna be doing. I also bought a few different antennas. This is a 2-pack on Amazon. I'll put links for everything in the description below. You guys know I will. But this is a basic, I think this is a 3 or 6 dBi antenna. I do have the stock antenna as well, and then I have a smaller little nubby. The one at home is the stock antenna, and then the one on the Electro panel is a 9 dBi antenna or 6, and then the one on the T-deck is the same antenna as this one. So we're gonna be playing with different antennas as well as we do these transmissions. That way you guys can kind of see like what antenna is gonna be best for the environment. Where I'm currently at is in the hills over here. My house is that way over the next 2, I guess, mountain areas, mountains. Kind of does a wave, and then my house is up there somewhere. So we are transmitting over, which is going to be a good test because we have obviously a lot of tree and just rock and dirt in front of our transmission. So this is going to be a good test to see what this can actually do out in an environment like this. Now, if you live in like a flat plains area, then obviously it'll be different because your line of sight and you're going to be going a lot further. Where we're at, we're over. And if you guys are wondering what all this gear on me is, this is my vinyl harness. I know that this may not be interesting to some of you guys. You know, this is who I am. Like I said, getting ready for hunting season. This is my vinyl harness. There's the Meshtastic. Got the Garmin InReach there. Rangefinder, binos, Forsake It. And then on the pack, got a J.o.A.T plate carrier. Currently hauling 40 pounds plus on water. So all in all, about 45 pounds is what I'm hauling. This is a lot more than what I would carry while hunting. On average, when I hunt, is vinyl harness, an empty pack full, snacks and water, and then rifle. The terrain here is very similar to what I hunted. A lot of this. So just doing some pre-season prepping. We'll go to center transmission now and see how she does. So we're gonna go to the other Heltec. Let's go yo. So this was acknowledged by another node, and then from there we'll do a transmission. The one on the studio desk that was not delivered. There you go. That one went through. Let's try the Pro panel now. There we go. That one went through. And then we'll try the T-deck. So this one says no channel. Probably means that I need to remove it from my list and then re-add it. It's just a weird thing that happens with Meshtastic every now and then, that if the nodes weren't synced, or I don't know, just they kind of fail to go through. Simple delete and resync usually fixes it. All right, we went about another quarter mile and we're gonna switch antennas. So this is the J.o.A.T SCH32. It's a great little stubby antenna, good on the 400, 900, and that was one more, 144. So 144, 400, and 900 megahertz bands. A little tri-band antenna there. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try and send one. See what happens. I'm going downhill now, so we'll see how well this little guy does down here. Max transmission reached. This little guy, probably not the greatest in the valley. I could have told you that. You really can't tell how steep this is, of course, on camera. All right, that one came back as max transmission reach as well. I want to step up ahead, swap back on to the longer antenna, and then try again from down here, just out of curiosity to see if we can transmit out. Swap back to the longer antenna, so let's try that again. Max transmission reach. So definitely being in a valley like such would make it difficult for any transmission to get out of here. That was on the crow panel, which has a bigger antenna. Let's get out of this little valley, get a little higher, and then we'll try again. Switch to the little stock antenna there and sent a message. I meant to say stock antenna, not stock any. So let's just try that again. Stock ant. Oh, it was acknowledged. It's like 20 feet over there. Max transmission reach. That's funny. Let's get off the trail here a second. A little higher. All right. Let's get this whirl. This is a pretty popular trail I'm on, so let's try that again. I've noticed though in the past year or two in my area that one was acknowledged, by the way. But I was gonna say, I've noticed that in the past year or two in my area that Meshtastic has blown up. I've been using it now for I think 6 years, 5 years. From what I could tell at the time is I was one of the ones that had repeaters around friends' houses in my area, and I had my hometown already networked up for Meshtastic about 5 years ago, really. And then since then, just in my area, I've seen 140 to 150 nodes pop up, taking off here, and it's pretty popular, man. All right, we're gonna keep on trucking on. Like I said, I did gain about, I don't know, 200 feet of elevation, so I was in this really steep valley earlier and tried the J.o.A.T SCH32 antenna, and I tried the whip antenna. Neither of those can make it out. And then there was some radio chatter on the HG over here for the repeater in my area. So just some guys chewing a rag, typical around here. Let's try another one. Still on the stock antenna configuration there. I think I'm going to leave it there for the rest of this video, just to kind of show what this thing can do as a stock configuration. So we're going to try to send a message to the other Heltec. These are the N35s. I did not specify that earlier whenever we started this video, but they do come with a 3000 milliamp battery, a 3D printed case, and they are $10.99, so $10.99. That is a steal for these little radios, because if you know, like, a battery alone is going to cost you from Amazon probably like 10 to 15 bucks depending on the size. And if you do not have a 3D printer, then you got to buy a case, and most people on Etsy sell those cases for like 10 to 15 bucks. And then Heltec V3 board goes for, I don't know, 12 bucks too. So all in all, you're going to be into about 35 bucks for everything, and you're going to get this from Meshnology for $10.99. That is a wicked steal. And this link in the description below for that will be an affiliate link, just to clarify that. This is the first time I've used the health techs. I've used mostly all Lily Ghost stuff from the beginning of Meshtastic, and the health techs are pretty cool. They work really well. They're fast. So send that again. We're just going to try a new message there because that one keeps failing. So let's just go stock, ant, and then send. So again, this is acknowledged by another node, and that node could be down the hill. It could be one of the nodes at my house. I have like 4 set up there. I still need to put up my damn repeater. I haven't done that yet. I got my antenna up finally for the disc cone, but that one was acknowledged. It took maybe like 10 seconds. Like I said, that's stock configuration. Now, if you are interested in good antennas, I'll put links again for all the antennas I've used and ones I recommend. Now, there is another antenna I would recommend, and that is the ZBM2 Industries antenna. They make a pretty cool mesh whip antennas, the V2. It's similar to like the one here on my HT. The one on my HT is a ZBM2 antenna as well. See that there? It's very similar to the signal stick antenna with its capabilities and how it kind of flexes, and its similar properties and propagation, which is really important, obviously. I do have one of those ZBM2 antennas on back order, and they also sell those little J.o.A.T SCH 32 antennas. Those will be branded by them, so they're a pretty cool little logo. I'll do probably one more transmission from the truck before I head out. Oh, look at that. Trash. Balloon. Those Mylar balloons. Pick up trash if you're out camping, hiking, hunting. It just helps everything out, man. I'm not a big, like, you know, save the earth person, man, but we do gotta do our part. So, yeah, just pick up trash. Don't be a dick either and be shooting up crap that you're not supposed to be shooting up, like telephone posts or, you know, signs, that kind of stuff. Pack it in, pack it out, head it on down. I will say it's pretty funny with people's situational awareness when they're out hiking. I was just like off the trail, like 15 yards, 20 yards. People walk past me, didn't even realize I was there sitting on a rock. It's like they're only focused on like what's in front of them. Like, dude, when you're out in a beautiful country like Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and all those places, man, get your eyes off the trail. Get your feet on the trail, man. Go explore. Go see something cool, because guarantee you're going to see a lot more stuff off the trail than you are on. Obviously, be aware of what's around you, safety and all that stuff. Colorado, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Idaho, Montana. It's all grits country now. Just be aware of that. But you know, the only animal that scares me in the woods, and I've been hunting a long time now, not a grizzly bear, not a black bear, not a mountain lion, not a wolf. It's a damn moose. You come across a moose, like just out, and you see how huge and daunting they are, and then you spook them, dude, they are some serious animals to be aware of, and they can cover some serious ground. I've got some clips somewhere. I'll try to find them and throw them in this video of moose that I've bumped out while hunting. Nothing gets my adrenaline going and my hair on my neck standing up like a moose. Now, if you guys watch this content, and mostly for the Portapec H4M or Hacker S stuff, I love that stuff, but I'm not a desk jockey. Used to be. I ran a farm for 8 years, or 7 years really, at my old job, and the outdoors is my life. It's where I belong, and it's cool to bring out like all the gadgets and gizmos while I'm out camping or hunting or whatever, and just tinker around, man. Like, you know, observe radio frequencies, radio waves, you know, hit that spectrum, hit that waterfall, see what's around you, because you never know, dude. Might be something weird out there that you're like, oh, what's that transmission? Secret government base, you know, tracking collars for wild game, aliens. I don't know what you believe in. If you go out camping, man, I know like you go out camping to get away from technology and stuff, but I have a well balanced proportion of both. It's like got my family time, my relaxation time in the wilderness in the wild, you know, and then my nerd out geek time. All right, I'm just rambling now. Back in El Trucko. Gonna try one more transmission with the Meshnology N35 here on the stock configuration. So I'm just gonna slap that down the dash. Gonna go to the iDevice here, and then we're gonna try to hit the other node from here. So let's just go truck and send. And so again, acknowledged by another node and acknowledged. So that was actually pretty fast because I'm back to being downhill. And there's that mountain range in front of me again, between me, or two mountain ranges really, between me and my house. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Definitely check out Meshnology because these guys, if you're looking at getting into Meshtastic, these guys are like dirt cheap right now. So I guess, like I discussed earlier, man, you get all this stuff for $10.99, not including shipping, obviously, but that is a really, really good steal, in my opinion. They work great in stock configuration. I always recommend just upgrading the antennas. Like, I'll, again, look at the description for the links. Some of it will be affiliated. Yeah, if you like this kind of content, let me know down below in the comments, and like, subscribe to the fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.